questionable fashion choices, because I don't think this really matches this. But my nails are real cute though. This is another My Drunk Kitchen style of March TBR 2016. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lit Sisters, and this is my March TBR and new releases. So to get started, I'm just going to dive right into the new releases. The first book I want to talk about is Beyond the Red by Ava J, and it came out March 1st, and it follows a girl named Cora who is an alien queen, and she's the first female leader of her race. And the people are rioting in her planet, and they're calling for her brother, her younger twin brother, to become the ruler of this land. They want him to overthrow her. Well, Cora's determined to protect her people from his tyrannical rule. And Cora's people end up capturing this guy, Eros, who has a really secret, his real identity is a big secret, and it needs to be guarded. But they end up getting framed for a murder, and they both have to flee together, and they have to figure out how to stop her brother from causing like mass genocide on her planet. It sounded kind of interesting, and I think this might be the first of a series, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyway, it came out March 1st. It sounded pretty interesting. I like spacey, alien-y type stuff, so yeah! Gonna check it out. And this next book sounds super interesting. It's called Into the Dim by Janet B. Taylor, and it also came out on March 1st. This book follows a girl named Hope Walton, and her mother dies overseas in an earthquake. And while she's still grieving, she decides to go spend the summer in Scotland. And while she's there, she learns that her mom was part of this secret society of time travelers. And she learns that she has 72 hours to go back in time and save her mom and then get back to our time. And it sounds just like a really cool adventure story. She has some collisions with different circumstances along the way. It sounds really interesting and neat, and the idea of time travel is always cool to me. So I am probably definitely gonna go pick this one up and see what it's like. And this is the first of a series, so I'm really excited to read this. I hope I like it. The next book I want to talk about is 10 Days by Jillian Slovo, and it came out on March 3rd. And this book follows 3 different characters whose life happens to sort of collide over this period of 10 days. It takes a look at how a small misjudgment can affect people's lives and careers within a community, and it's kind of political. It seems it has a political edge to it, and it seems to be really culturally relevant. It focuses on these different frustrated communities and individuals, and it just seems like the summary really struck me as kind of interesting. I'm gonna leave a link down below to the Goodreads description of all these books, because I don't think I'm the best summarizer of books, but links in the description down below if you want to go see a more detailed summary. And the next book I want to check out is called The Indomitable Ten, a superhero supervillain novella anthology. Yes, that's it. And it came out on March 5th, and it has a whole bunch of different authors on it. And it is a collection of these different novellas based on these different sci-fi and fantasy creatures and characters, like minotaurs, Nephilim, demons, mad scientists, secret societies, superheroes, and supervillains. It's like a whole collection of all these different novellas. And it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. I like that kind of sci-fi fantasy world. I like superheroes and people with magic powers and stuff like that. Like, that's always fun to read about. So I'm excited to read this. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to go check it out on Goodreads and learn more about it or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Great Hunt by Wendy Higgins, and it came out on March 5th, and it is about this kingdom of Loch Lanark, who has this strange beast lurking around its kingdom, and it's causing a lot of fear and destruction and death in its lands. And to help end the beast and, get the hunt on the move, the king has offered whoever kills the beast gets to marry his daughter. So he's trying to get, more people motivated to come and kill this beast. And the daughter, she's not a super big fan of marrying a stranger, but she'll do anything to protect her people. So she just goes on board with it. There's like a dangerous hidden secret, there's banned magic, there's a lot of really interesting things, aspects to this book that make me really want to read it. So I am definitely going to check this one out, and I believe this one is also the first of a new series. So yeah, magic, crazy beasts, possible romance, sounds good to me. And last but not least, the book I want to talk about is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and it comes out on March 8th. And this is the first in a new Shadowhunter series called Dark Artifices. This one takes place in LA, and it happens 5 years after her original Shadowhunter series wrapped up, and it follows a girl named Emma, and she is like investigating this demonic scheme that apparently is stretching from LA all the way to Santa Monica, which I don't live in California, so I don't really know. Sounds like a lot of land, probably is. I don't really know geographically about it though. I don't know. Sounds like a good time for a drink. Anywho, so she's investigating this big demonic scheme, and there's this thing where her parapetized brother gets returned, and because he was kidnapped by fairies, and it just sounds really cool. And I've been watching the Shadowhunters TV series, which I kind of like, and I've read the first 3 of the Mortal Instruments series. My sister's been reading the Infernal Devices series. So I've just been getting really more interested in the Shadowhunters world, so I'm definitely going to buy this one and read it. I probably won't read it anytime soon though, because I feel like I should finish the original series first before I hop on this train. But anyway, I'm definitely going to be checking this one out. And on to what I will be adding to my TBR list this month to read relatively soon. And a lot of these books I've already started. I'm in a little ways in already. The first one I want to talk about is the book club I'm a part of. It's our book of the month, and it was my month to pick the book, and I picked Ready Player One. It is my favorite book. Like, I just love this story. I love everything about it. I can't wait to read it again, and I picked it because I just feel like if there's anybody out there who hasn't read it, is missing out on a lovely piece of life, and I want to help them feel that piece with Ready Player One. So I'm so excited to read this again. If you don't know what it's about, it follows a guy named Wade, and he plays this online computer thing called the Oasis, and it's basically like everybody lives on the Oasis. It's a virtual reality where people live in, essentially. People have jobs there, they can work there, and he's part of this, essentially a big scavenger hunt in the Oasis, where if he can find all 3 of these Easter eggs and cross all the gates, then you can become the owner of the Oasis, and you inherit all the money and control over the entire Oasis. And Wade is taking part in that hunt. So it's a really exciting adventure. If you haven't read it, please check it out. I can't wait to get into this and reread it again. The next book I'm adding to my TBR is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have this on audiobook on my phone right now, and I've been listening to it while I've been crocheting, because I've been working on a pretty large crochet project. And I really like it so far. It's pretty interesting. It's about these 2 guys who become friends in college, and I think they end up like kind of parting ways, and like one becomes basically good and one's evil. I think it's sort of like a battle between good and evil, essentially. I'm not entirely sure though. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know a lot of people have raved about it, saying it's a really great read. So I downloaded the audiobook, and I'm only a couple chapters in, but I'm liking it so far. I find it pretty interesting, so I hopefully will finish it this month, but we'll see. The next book I want to add to my TBR is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and I am really loving this book so far. I'm, 200 some pages in, but I love it. It's so fascinating, like that allomancy in the book, and their ability to manipulate metals, and the politicalness of the book. It just is really fascinating to me, and I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would, and I can't wait to finish it. So on to the TBR it goes. And next I want to add The Book Thief onto my TBR. I've only read just a few pages of it. I'm not very far in at all. but everyone says this is a really great read. My mom bought this for me for Christmas and she loves it. It's one of her favorite books, and just everyone just says good things about this book, so I definitely need to read it. I think I will be able to fly through it. The first couple pages that I read really drew me in, but I was dedicated to finishing another book at the time, so I set it down. But I am really excited to read this so I can, you know, take part in the raving about this book. Hopefully. I'm sure I'll like it. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. And last but certainly not least, I must do my TBR jar challenge. This is read a book released this year. Oh no, perfect. I already have it. So for my TBR challenge, I got pick a book released this year, so in 2016. And I'm going to go with Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. People have said really great things about this book. The premise of it sounds really exciting. It's essentially like a scavenger hunt through time, like they time travel to find these things. And I don't know, that just sounds really appealing to me. Also, the cover is really pretty. I really like it, and I don't know, enough people have just raved about it to where it really makes me want to read it, and it came out in January, so it's a 2016 release, and this is my pick. So by the end of this month, I will have this read for sure, because I am determined to keep up with my TBR jar challenges this year. I'm gonna do it, you guys. So anyway, that wraps up my video for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment down below and let us know what you guys are planning on reading this month, or what new releases you're excited for. Also, if you have any book suggestions or videos you'd like to see us do, just comment below and let us know that too. And please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every week. But anyway, that's all for me, and until next time, happy reading!